Hello, Dearborn Heights residents. We're doing Chief Chat today. I'm standing here at the police station with Chief of Police Meyers. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So we're going to talk today about the Halloween safety. So I know like every year you have a lot of things that you guys prep for. But first thing is for kids. So what do you like to tell the residents about their kids going trick-or-treating?
Well, thank you, Mayor, and thank you all for letting us join you here today. Halloween's a great time. It's also an active time, and we have kids out on the streets and a lot of traffic and a lot of excitement. So the number one thing we can do is be safe. What we want our kids to do out there today is we know that Sunday the 31st, we're going to have a lot of costumed kids out there running around. So we want parents to participate. We want parents out there with their kids, even our teenage kids and our preteen kids. We want parents to be part of this event to make it a safe event for us in the city. Safety starts with wearing reflective costumes, having a light, starting trick-or-treating before it gets too dark. A little bit before dusk is always the best time to go out trick-or-treating. Wear high reflective gear. Have your kids not run back and forth across the street, but up and down the block, and use crosswalks to cross. Those will help protect our children, which are our most valuable assets. We also want people to be safe with the trick-or-treating that the kids get. So if there's anybody that's worried about candy, we can run it through the metal detector here. So if you want to make sure that there's no foreign objects, if you find a package that's open, discard it. There's so many other pieces of candies and goodies that kids get. If something doesn't look right, throw it away, and that'll make sure that everybody's safe. Flashing lights, bike lights that you can pin on kids, anything like that that are going to make them seen, because what we do know is that the kids will run from light to light, and we do not want to have an accident this Halloween. So that's our first thing for the kids. But really it starts with the parents being involved and being out there with their children, making sure that everyone's safe. Our residents, their children, the drivers on the street, because we don't want to see a tragedy this Halloween.
That's good advice, Chief. Okay, so what about the people who are actually giving candy, like say, senior citizens? My mom is always, every year she worries about, somebody's knocking on the door, wrong person. So do you have any advice for them?
One of the best things you can do, if you're going to participate in the Halloween celebration and you're going to be passing out candy, from when we were young and we were growing up, we'd always say, hey, if a porch light's on, that means the people are willing to participate. Doing it with neighbors is another great way. So if you want to participate, leaving your porch light on, and then when you're done or you're out of candy or you're saying it's too late and you only wanted to do it in daytime hours, turn off your porch light, lock your doors, and if somebody comes and knocks, don't feel obligated to answer it. Most people are considerate and they understand that. The next best thing is to do it with a neighbor in the driveway. So that way, if you're by yourself, you and your neighbor can actually get together, sit in the driveway, and you can watch out for each other. So that's a great way. And then if ever you're concerned, because a lot of times late at night, traditionally older kids will start going out, and if that concerns you, call the police, non-emergency or emergency number, and reach out and just say, hey, there's people coming in my house and I'm a little concerned and they didn't seem like they were trick-or-treaters. We'll come out and look, but we know that there's some people that go later than traditional young children do. But if you're concerned, please feel free to reach out and call the police at our either 911 or our non-emergency number 313-277-6770.
Okay, so I know we have a couple events for trick-or-treating or trunk-or-treat, this year. Would you like to tell the residents about this?
I would. Yeah, that would be great. So this year we've got a couple events going around the city. The big one here at the police department is on Thursday, October 28th from 6 to 8. We'll be hosting our trunk or treat out in the front parking lot. We have a couple of community groups that have already agreed to participate. The police will be out there passing out candy. And this gives us an event where kids can safely, and it'll be a drive-through event here because we wanted to make sure it was the safest for everybody. A drive-through trick-or-treating allows the kids to come through, wear their costumes, meet up with some of the community groups. I know Access will be here. I believe LAHC is going to be participating. The police, fire, we're going to try to get the firemen here to help out on that as well. So the police, the fire, a couple of these community groups. Traditionally, some of the city elected officials come out, and some of the candidates that are running for political offices show up as well. So it's a great event. Saturday the 30th, there's also an event at the library. So go to the library website to find out more about the library event. They're doing some night putt-putting and a trunk or treat there. And I think there's a couple that they're still working out the details, but we could see some more in the city as well.
Yes.
So there's some good activities going on here in the city.
Thank you, Chief.
Yep.
And I know we're having, we have in the works right now at Annapolis High School, same as what we did last year for the drive-through as well. So we're working out some details, and when we get all the details, we'll definitely post it on our city website. Thank you for joining us today, and please be safe during Halloween. And as the chief mentioned, please keep an eye on your children when they're going down the street, and let's be safe this year.
Mr. Mayor, if I could address one more issue, because we kind of skipped over it. I apologize. Drivers on Halloween are people that are in their cars. We've been struggling with aggressive driving and speeding. This is the event that brings most people out onto our pedestrian walkways and on our streets. We need everybody to cooperate. We need people to not make bad choices. The Halloween event weekend is a high event weekend for both alcohol-related driving offenses and drug-related related offenses. We need people to be on their best observation skills during this time of Halloween. In the neighborhoods, please slow down. Go even slower than what you think. Every time a kid runs out from behind a car, they run faster than you can react. We don't want those accidents. The next thing I would tell you, when you're going around with your kids, many of our subdivisions parents would prefer to drive their vehicles as their kids are walking. We really need parents to be respectful of all of our residents. Please don't park in their driveways. Please don't block their driveways or drive on their lawns. If you're going to park your vehicle, that's fine. Do it safely, legally, and walk with your kids or wait for your kids. But please be respectful for each other, but most of all, be safe when you're driving. We have hundreds, if not thousands, of kids out on that evening walking around at dusk when it's hard to see. Please, we want to avoid any type of catastrophe that we could have out there. So drive safe, do your best to look out for the children, and make responsible choices as adults while we're out there, and that would be a great help to everybody.
Thank you, Chief. That's a great point. I know that we get a lot of complaints during that time, people blocking people's driveways or even being in the driveways.
Yes.
Thank you. And thank you, Dearborn Heights residents. Please have a safe Halloween. Thank you.
Thank you.